Adventure in Pipeman on W4CY Radio.
Welcome to Rockville. North America's largest rock festival is finally here.
This is the Pipeman here on the Adventures of Pipeman W4CY Radio, and I'm here with
AJ
and Jeremy
for the band Lit.
Nice.
Pipeman's now it's coming together. Really, Pipeman really suits you. After hearing about your Us Festival story.
Oh, I got more about that same story, okay? 300,000 people. This is what's great about live music. They're doing Ain't Talking About Love. David's not singing. Eddie looks over him like, what the fuck are you doing? And he looks at the crowd, 300,000 people, and says, I fucking forgot the words.
I forgot the fucking words.
I think that was a little bit of a shtick. He probably did forget it.
He did. I was watching.
I've heard him do that at many shows.
But it is a shtick. But the whole crowd roared, except one person who heckled him. And he points at him and he goes, I will fuck your girlfriend.
Oh, yeah.
That's so David Lee Roth.
That is a classic moment. I know I've seen that clip.
Yeah. Totally. We were talking about the Us Festival. That was like pretty iconic. It's like you were saying you wish you were there.
Yeah.
And we think it's hot here today. At least 10 of my friends got taken out on stretchers. It was 110 degrees. You know, it was in San Bernardino.
Wow.
Yeah, that's brutal.
Yeah. You know, it's crazy. We actually, when AJ and I were little kids, for like 3 or 4 years, we lived in Ontario.
She's from Canada.
Which wasn't far.
Oh, California, Ontario, California.
Not
That's
far
right.
from where the Us Festival was.
No, not far.
Close enough that we could actually, because it was pretty undeveloped out there. It was like the suburbs of LA back then in those days. But we actually, from our neighborhood, could hear in the distance stuff. I remember I could hear Mexican radio from Wall of Voodoo.
Wow.
I think they played the night before the
they were
heavy metal day.
They were New Wave Day.
Yeah,
and Helen was heavy metal day.
You could hear that shit from our house. It was pretty awesome. We were a little too young to be at the Us Festival.
So it was Van Halen, Motley Crue,
Triumph,
Foreigner.
No, not Foreigner. They were on a different day, I think, but it was Triumph.
Okay.
Judas Priest. Quiet Riot. Like you said, Motley Crue. Who else?
See the poster, but I'm having a hard time with the names.
What, did Ozzy play?
Ozzy played.
Ozzy played that day.
Check this out. I was like 5th row from the stage, and like they came over, 2 people next to me got stabbed. And Ozzy literally came out. He wasn't even on stage yet. He came out, and he got on there. He was like, hey, everybody, let's just have fun out there. No hurting anybody. Like, he made a big deal about it, which was cool.
Yeah.
But, yeah, such a memorable day. I remember I was 16. I was driving my friends. I said to my dad, I'm like, I'm going to a festival for a weekend. Goodbye. And I just left. I didn't wait for an answer. I just left. Didn't get any consent whatsoever.
Yeah.
Got there.
How old were you?
16.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
That kind of really was our Woodstock.
Totally.
For Southern California back in the day.
They used to call it the Woodstock of the 80s, you know, type of thing. And it was totally like that. Like, as soon as Van Halen was over that night, there were 4 of us. 2 of my friends went one way, me and the other. Me and my friend, it took us till Van Halen ended at like 1. I got to my car at 9 a.m. Okay, we couldn't find it. The parking was so big. My 2 other friends were sleeping on the hood.
Oh, man.
It was a good weekend.
Everyone made it back.
It was a good weekend. Yeah, that's all you could say. It's a good weekend. But
no kidding.
It's an even better weekend because we're at Welcome to Rockville, and you're here.
This is badass. It's hot. I feel weird complaining about it because the stage had like half shade, half sun.
Whoa.
But I'll tell you something, man. The crowd was badass. They're in direct sun the entire time, and it didn't slow them down. It's just so impressive and so inspiring to see concert goers that enthusiastic and that stoked to be here, that they're willing to stand in the direct sun and just go off.
In midday in in Florida, it's like, it's insane out there in the heat. I went out for a few minutes. I'm like, fuck this. I'm going to stand on side stage.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. I feel very fortunate to have people standing over there watching it.
And what a crowd.
Great crowd.
Like, right? You know, to have it early in the day and have that kind of crowd for your show.
Yeah, man.
Does that blow your mind when you're...
I mean, we went on at 2 o'clock, and we never get nervous before we play. We've been doing this for a living for 27 years or whatever it
Right.
is now. And we still, to this day, when we're doing these festivals, we're going to play early. There's always a little question in our head, like, I hope some people are there. And then we go out on stage, and it's just like thousands and thousands of people are just there ready to rock. And it's just badass.
And it's badass that you're here.
Yeah.
So how does it feel after all these years to go out there and just have a crowd like that and just have the best time of your life?
It's why we're still doing it. Literally, that is a perfect example of what keeps a band together as many years as we've been a band. It's that, and the feeling you get from a crowd like that keeps us doing it.
Right.
It's a give and take, and it's so cool that over the course of a couple of decades, that give and take is still happening. It's cool.
It says a lot about you guys as musicians. Because, listen, if you're just dialing it in, that wouldn't happen. You have to have passion and really be having fun up there, and then we're having fun. And that's the key.
I think there's a lot. That's all 100% truth. If we don't believe it, no one else does. And,
Right,
and
exactly.
We always say if it starts to feel like a job or feel like a chore and you're not having a good time, then that's when we're going to stop doing it. And it hasn't slowed down. It still feels the same. Every time we get on stage, I mean, we were brothers, but went to high school together. We grew up together.
That's a beautiful
So it's
thing. I
just
love that.
Look at each other on stage, you're like, yeah, we're still doing it, man. This is amazing.
I love it. Because a lot of times bands, it doesn't end up that way.
Right.
You could be best friends, and then you don't. You're not.
It's like a marriage, man.
Totally, 100%. So my daughter-in-law, she wanted me to ask a question because she had this philosophy as an old school fan of yours. And I'm going to ask something that I normally don't go into that subject matter because it has to do with your band name. And I never ask band name questions unless there's a good reason. So she's like, I always kind of thought back then that I don't really know what LIT stands for, but I think it stands for Long Island Iced Tea.
I mean, honestly,
Wow.
it's become such a mainstream common term now.
Right?
Lit is just used constantly. We started hearing it, 10 years ago. People were like, oh, that's Lit. We're like, wait, what? But the reality is we named our band Lit for the same reason that people use the word lit as a term now. It just means that it's going off. It's ready to explode. It's like a fuse that's lit. And that was the reason we named our band Lit.
Nice.
But we had to explain it for so long, and
Yeah,
then
who
all of a
wants to
sudden it
explain
became a
it?
pop culture term. And now, which is it's a real pain in the dick, because when you Google us or when you look for our music online or any of that shit,
It's lit.
there is so many fucking lit things out there that it's hard to navigate the word lit. We own it and we have the trademark, but still, like the Kardashians do it, and
Aye.
like all these people are using it. It's just become
You
like,
don't want the Kardashians associated with your band, okay?
yeah.
Then you have our last name that's become the second most popular hashtag, and that's pop off. Like it's popping off. So we got hashtag lit, hashtag
Let's
pop off.
popping off, man.
off.
Let's popping off.
Getting lit.
I'll show my ID somewhere, and somebody will look at it and go, oh, that's a cool last name. And I'm like, nah, not when I was growing up it wasn't.
Right.
I guess it is now.
That's another word that was different back then. Yeah, it was like used as teasing. That's
The moral to this story is pop off and lit. We really paved the way for this pop culture phenomenon.
So let's find out if this is true right now, okay? All right, so is lit one of those words, or would you probably call them peak?
I would definitely use the word peak. I never
fading
say
out.
lit, but I hear it a lot.
Wait, what's the new word?
The new word
Peak.
is peak, in fact.
So use peak in a sentence.
this party's peak.
Your music is peak.
Okay,
All
so
right.
it's like
Thanks,
rad
At the top.
or lit. Okay, that's cool.
There you go. So maybe you should change your name
cap.
now. Change your name now to Peak.
I learned something new today.
You could get up on stage. Okay, we learned that we're a little outdated now, so we just changed the band name to Peak.
Yeah. That's what's up.
Yeah, it's gonna be our side project.
The new record from Lit, Peak. Album title. How about that?
I know, right? That's so cool. So,
It just shows like a peep show kind of thing. It's occurring like a lady get naked peak.
It's a different peak though.
It's okay.
is that what it's supposed to
doesn't
mean,
matter.
Cole?
No, it's
it
like
It is not, in
PE or a
fact, yeah.
PEA?
It's like you're peaking. This is top.
I don't know. We used for Peak when I was a teenager is exactly why I thought I was at somebody's house.
I was gonna say. I know.
Even I broke character. What about after Rockville? Where should they see you? What music should they get? And what merch should they buy?
We should buy all the lit merch.
That's right, because it's
There's only
peak.
2 things here.
You would be really peak if you bought lit merch.
We'd be peaking. We're leaving here in the morning and heading to Maryland, and we're doing Boardwalk Rock.
Oh, cool.
Which is a sold-out festival, first year. It's happening right now.
It's amazing.
But we're playing there on
sold out.
Sunday. There's actually a few bands that are on this that are going over there to do that. So it's going to be another one of these shindigs on the beach.
Nice.
Not too shabby, getting to play these beachside festivals.
I know, right?
I miss that.
Do you surf?
No, man. We
Surf the internet.
Yeah, there you go.
We grew up in Southern California, but we were poor, so we grew up inland about 30 miles from the beach. So we would take the bus down there. Our parents would take us, and we would boogie board, but we were only there for a few hours. And
I got my boogie board in the back of my Jeep back there for the ride home.
You gonna pull over and catch some waves?
Exactly. That was my plan. It was my plan coming up here. I put on my board shorts and my rash guard as I'm driving, because I live in southern Florida, and I'm driving up here. I'm like, yeah, I want to stop at Cocoa on the way.
How's the water this time of year? Is it warmish?
It's warm. It's warm. But I will tell you a fun fact about where we're at. New Smyrna Beach, right here. Most shark attacks in the world.
Yeah,
Yep.
warm water.
I won't go in that. I won't go in that water. That water, I want Cocoa, where I live. But if you tell me that's the most shark attacks in the world, I'm an idiot if I go into that water. Okay, it's bad enough I know there's sharks in there. Like the other day, I was paddleboarding in my backyard, and 5 bull sharks swam right under me. I was like, I think it's time to paddle back in.
Yeah, dude.
a bull shark
Yeah.
bite you?
Yeah, they're the
Little
worst.
mean fuckers?
They're like all the other sharks. If they bite you, it's by mistake or you did something stupid. Bull sharks will literally come after you or anything, and they can be anywhere. The movie Jaws is about a bull shark that attacked a family in New Jersey, where I used to live in New Jersey because I grew up in Jersey before I moved to Cali in 1980. So, yeah. They are not the ones you want swimming under you.
No.
For sure. But, man, you guys are really peak and lit, man.
And really popping off today.
I know. You're popping it off, man. Pop off.
That's what's up.
So, one story, good or bad, in your whole career of doing music, what would it be that you would tell your grandchildren? One story.
A bad story? Or
One, either or. You pick it.
I don't like talking about the bad stories.
I like it.
Oh, man.
Man, I would say one of the coolest stories is when Steven Tyler came in by accident or by chance into the recording studio. We were recording vocals for a song of ours called "Over My Head," and with no plan on seeing Steven Tyler. That's for damn sure.
Right.
We had a day off. We're gonna cut a vocal, and Steven Tyler sang a harmony on our song that day.
Wow.
And we had dinner together, and it was an incredible pinnacle moment.
That's pretty cool.
His label wouldn't let us use his name on the album credits, but if you listen to Over My Head by Lit,
I'm doing that.
you'll hear him on the high harmony.
Nice.
And now, that motherfucker, I have to sing that live now, and it's really high. So when I was singing it today, I almost passed out.
Well, with this weather, for sure. Like, I don't even. How do you guys even perform in this? I ask this all the time, and I know the drill. You go into a zone, so you don't really know until you get off stage, and you're like,
we're a sweaty band in general. I mean, we can play at night in an air-conditioned room, and we're still drenched in sweat when we get off. I think it's just
your built-in
how
air
we roll.
conditioning.
You can't prepare for
But today was like seeing stars.
You have to
and
condition. You have to do like Summer Olympics conditioning. Luckily, it's only 30
Guar
minutes
played
set.
yesterday. How do they do it?
I mean,
know.
dude, if you did if we had an hour set in this daylight, in this heat, an hour set, we'd have to figure some shit out.
I mean, Guar may not be the original dudes. We don't know. They're wearing costumes. They may.
I've seen them out
might
of
be
costumes.
some young kids in those costumes.
No, I've seen them out of costume a couple times interviewing them, and then like when I was doing Dime Bash, I saw them at the bar. I'm like, yeah, you guys should keep the costumes on.
Yeah, but if I was in Guar,
Kind of like Kiss.
if I was in Guar, I would definitely hire someone to take my place in that costume on a day like today.
No doubt, man. That's brutal.
Yeah.
Or like just do Kiss and go unmasked so you don't have to wear that shit anymore.
Yeah, those costumes. I would just.
I had
lived through this.
I had lunch with Jim Root from Slipknot about 20 years
Nice.
ago, and they all wear the costumes and the masks and all that stuff. And we were sitting there at lunch, and that's the first time I met him. And I looked at him, and I was like, man, why don't you have 5 Slipknots playing all over the world right now? You guys could literally be playing in 5 different countries tonight.
Before social media, that would have worked really well.
Because who's going to know? And he looked at me like I was from fucking outer space.
I know, right? You know what?
What are you talking about? How could we possibly do that? I'm like,
I
I don't know. You're wearing costumes. I'm
Hey,
just
Blue Man
saying.
Group does it.
I have this idea related to that, okay? So I sang thrash metal in the 80s, and then I got away from it. And now I'm like 58 years old. I'm like, it's really fashionable to wear costumes. Like, how funny would it be if I started a band now, wore a mask, got big, and then took it off and haha, fuckers, I'm in my 60s. Because they're expecting a young kid.
What's stopping you?
Let
from
us
doing
know,
it?
dude. Keep us posted.
I know, right?
I don't see why
I didn't
not.
really say that on the air, okay? So
Yeah.
nobody knows this.
Maybe
so
cut
keep
that
it to
part out
yourself.
so that
Yeah,
you
keep it to yourself,
Yeah.
okay? Don't tell anybody.
It's not a bad idea.
Nobody would ever know. And there's some people that wore masks, they take them off, and I'm like, yeah, put it back on, man. Put it back on. It was much better that way.
Yeah.
So tell everybody how to reach out to you guys on socials, on the web, buy your merch, because bands don't survive today without merch. So they don't buy your merch, they can't listen to my show.
Nice.
Lit Band Official on all the socials. Litband.com for the website. Most people are on Instagram or whatever. It's Lit Band Official. And there's links on there to all the music, all the merch, all the stuff. So just give us a follow and watch our shenanigans and watch where we're going to be. And we're going to be all over this country, back and forth for the rest of the year, for the rest of time, I think. For the rest.
Nice.
Of our time.
Until not your time.
Until time says
For the rest of our time.
I think based on my daughter-in-law, you should start this new thing, okay? And basically give people like Long Island iced teas, and they'll start thinking that's really where your band name
Long
came from.
Island iced tea.
There it is.
You gotta make that first one just one word, right?
Long Island.
Long Island. Long Island.
Yeah, I got rid of the accent. It comes out in certain
Love
words
Long Island.
now.
One of our favorite venues is in Long Island. It's the theater.
You love it so much you
I
can't
love it so much. What the fuck's it called? It starts with a V.
Oh,
No.
God, you caught me off guard.
I know it's one of your favorites too.
Well, anyways, we'll text you. We'll text you.
Okay, everybody that's listening, just Google it.
Jesus Christ, what's it called?
There's only a couple
It's
of
so
them.
hot. That's what's wrong.
Oh man, I can't think of it either.
Damn it.
Anyway, we love
Snyder got it.
It's somewhere
Snyder got
near
it, but it's
Jones
not that big.
Beach. We'll just say that.
It's the theater. Well, we love Jones Beach too. We played there a few times, but
Yeah.
it's the theater in Long Island. I can't think of the name right now. It's gonna come to us when we're walking over there, walking away.
100%. You're gonna come back. Turn the mic back
God
on.
damn it! It's the fucking what? It's whatever.
Since my baby left me.
There we go. I like having impromptu singing on the show too.
Damn it.
All right,
All right,
Anyway.
that's it. We're done.
You want any more?
No, we're done.
dude. I just want to
Unless
say.
you want more.
We got lots of brain farts.
For the people
Start telling you
listening,
something.
I just want them to visualize that you're wearing a Germs t-shirt and sunglasses that are blue that match your blue Germs t-shirt. It's very cool.
Okay, let's go a step further.
Hold on.
Up until a few months ago, my hair was blue too. That's why the shades are blue, because I would match all the blue. I have it blue on the edge of my socks.
All right,
So,
man. You're
it's-
color coordinated.
it's
now.
the
Blue
branding.
becomes you.
It's the branding for sure. Imagine having a grandpa that's walking around with blue hair, and I'm not.
So I just realized that it just came to me looking at your
Yeah,
microphone.
for
So
grandma.
Pipeman, so you're like a surfer.
I am a surfer.
So this
I'm a
pipe.
surfer, metalhead, punk, hippie.
Yeah. All right, man.
What more could you ask for?
We waited till the end of the interview for us to fully realize what the fuck we were doing here, so that's great.
At least it happened. And you guys, you need to design a new shirt. I'm giving you the idea. Lit. We're peaking and popping off.
Boom. All right. You close
thinking-
this out. You close it out, brother. What do you got?
He's trying.
No, I'm thinking. I got this Fast Times lines in here in my mind right now.
All
have
I
any
want
questions?
is
Babes,
cool buds.
No?
No, I'm good.
All right, sign us off. Take us out.
Listen to Lit.
Yeah.
My man.
Here's the most interesting part. You'll hear when you get the link. My intro is him when he's like, yo, hi.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And
cool.
he's in the intro. I got like real metal going on. He's got. Do you even remember what you said?
I have no idea.
He's like, you're listening to the Adventures of Pipeman.
Hey,
it's just like
hey,
little
Gramps,
voice.
He doesn't listen to your show.
I know. He's like jerk off, man. I bring him to the festival. He doesn't even listen to my show. What is that?
That's on me. I fully apologize.
Now you have homework. Now you have more homework. Yeah. What grade are you in? 8th grade?
Yeah.
Badass.
And I just bought him a guitar. We're going back to Guitar Center and returning that shit.
Oh, wow.
What'd you get?
A yellow Telecaster.
Nice. I'm a Telecaster player myself.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
See, you picked the right one. I let him pick.
The right one.
I let him pick.
Did.
And now after this interview, I'm taking him over to Squiggy at the Music Experience so he can play some guitars over there. Have you been there?
No.
Oh, it's kind of cool.
That's cool, man.
A lot of times they do meet and greets over there. I'm surprised you haven't met Squiggy yet. He's cool. Yeah, it's a big tent down there, and they have everybody playing guitars and stuff. It's kind of cool. So if you have a chance, check it out. But we'll give Squiggy at the Music Experience some promo here.
Hell yeah.
But even better, go buy Lit's merch, buy tickets to their shows, or tune off of my show, because you can't listen if you don't support my bands.
Let's do it. You guys, thank you. Thanks for listening, and thanks for talking with us, brother.
Hey, thanks for being on the Adventures of Pipeman.
What's up, y'all? I'm AJ.
And I'm Jeremy.
We're the band Lit, and you're listening to W4CY Radio
And the Pipeman. Come on.
Let's go.
Tell me what you think about that.
Thank you for listening to the Adventures of Pipeman on W4CY Radio.